You're probably thinking, I'm not a pick-me, so I don't struggle with internalized misogyny. I'm going to challenge that because I bet you do. Here is a list of ways that we have made internalized misogyny socially acceptable. And if you think you're going to get in my comment section and start acting a fool, I block people like it's my job. I blocked so many people, I'm surprised I still have an FYP. So don't start.
Well, I'm not going to block anybody on my video. So guys, feel free to let me know your thoughts, opinions, and ideologies in regards to what she's about to say down in the comment box down below. Now, when she says internalized misogyny, I know that there's a large subset of my audience that's like, well, what the hell is that? Well, if you break it down. So if you're described as a woman with internalized misogyny, you have this prejudice or this disdain for women. So you think negatively about those who share your same gender. But let's let the feminists cook. Let's have this conversation in good faith. Let's go.
I don't care about your reasons, justifications, or Bible scriptures that will justify the things that you believe. I'm not the one. Please don't get blocked. The first one I know is gonna piss people off. I know it's gonna start some drama. I know I'm gonna get some 5 comment threads about the reasons why you did it. And again, I do not care. Let's start off with some chaos. Number 1, changing your last name to the man's last name. A lot of us don't even think about why we do it. It's just a given that if you're getting married, you're going to take his last name. I totally understand. You want to represent him because he's such an amazing man, but you're also an amazing woman, so by that logic, he should take your last name, right? It's what God would want you to do? Okay, well, show me in the Bible where it specifically says to take his last name. Not your interpretation of a scripture, but a literal scripture that says take his last name. Oh, I totally understand you're taking his last name because you hate yours or you hate your father or whatever the case may be, but if that's the case, do what I did and just change your name on your own. Why do you gotta wait for a man to do it? Oh, and I totally understand you want your family to all have the same name, but again, why couldn't he take your last name? Or why couldn't y'all do something fun like work together and make up a new last name? I don't know, like a team name. One of the reasons why this whole thing was started in the first place is to show ownership. You are now mine. You are now my property. That's why I'm giving you my name. Oh, and I totally get it. Aren't you clever? Everyone's name is a man's last name. Aren't you smart? Well, the bullshit has to end somewhere, right? So why not let it end with you?
Believing that taking a husband's last name is internalized misogyny is damn near laughable. The majority of the reason that people don't question it and it's a tradition that continues to exist is because marriage is a traditional construct. Yes, the concept of taking a husband's last name is something that is rooted outside of religion, but is rooted in tradition. So because people do not question it doesn't mean that they have an internal disdain for themselves or those that share the same sex. It's a far reach, man. Plus, can men not have something? You know what I mean? Like, feminists will all day just ignore the benefits of being a woman in society while also attempting to relinquish all the benefits of being a man in society today. They dig and dig and dig to find all areas that involve men or men being in some degree needed or in power or important, and they try to replace it. But not just replace it, but make you feel bad that it existed from a time period from that you didn't create it, while also victimizing themselves, often referring to themselves as like slaves for taking a man's last name, for example. Just stop it. This argument is so much of a victim narrative. It doesn't erase you to take his last name. It joins you to something. A family, a legacy. And if you think that that's oppression or women's disdain for themselves to accept this, then maybe the problem isn't the name. Maybe it's your own mindset.
Number 2, if you're in a relationship with a man, it's the belief by both of you or your man or just you that you have to be submissive, soft, ladylike, and feminine. All that shit was made up by men so that you could be easier to control.
Made up by men?
Jules, you don't get it. My husband doesn't control me. He's actually amazing. Well, if he's so amazing, why does he need you to be submissive? I don't know. It's kind of weird. If he was actually amazing, he would treat you like an equal partner, and he would need your ladylikeness in order for him to feel like a man. It's just weird.
All right, listen, gang, you're starting to piss me off, woman. I don't think you want to step into this territory right here, all right? Forever single women giving other women instruction to be forever single. Oh, I love this content. Women who say this are often under the assumption that men and women are the same, as if a man's disposition is the same as a woman's disposition, when behavioral scientists have proven for decades now the differences between us. But they insist on removing soft traits from women, even though they are the biologically weaker physical vessel. What, you want the lady in the relationship to have the masculine traits, and then when there's an enemy at the door, she puts her weaker vessel ass out there to protect the stronger vessel? Shit, if that's the case, then why do we have an army full of all men? Shit, it must be misogyny. We put men on the front line to die because of misogyny. God, we just so prejudiced against women. We'll just die for our country. We'll just die for these women because we hate them so much. It just doesn't add up, Granny. Outside of your feminist doctrine, men and women are not the same. We're not equal. We could be equally valued, but for different things. Our strengths complement each other when we're in both healthy relationship or state between each other. Masculine women and feminine men represent unhealthy states or disruptions to the natural order. Do these behaviors exist? Yeah, we see them all the time, but we cannot govern the majority of people by the behaviors of the minority.
The next thing is the belief that women can't be trusted and are full of drama. Have you ever heard men gossip about people? Have you ever had a man be jealous of you and try to destroy?
Not masculine men, no, feminine men do that shit.
You? Have you ever been traumatized by a man? Raise your hand if you've ever been personally victimized by a man. The truth is that we're all people and we're gonna do people shit, but simply saying that it's just a woman problem is internalized fucking misogyny. It's to keep us pitted against each other and in competition with each other.
You know, I said feminine man a second ago, but you know, it's really just toxic traits. Bad people will do bad shit. But of the things that you mentioned, are there ladylike behaving men that are good people? Yeah, sure. But when people dive into the dark arts, they generally will leverage different tactics depending upon if they have masculine behaviors or feminine behaviors. Masculine dudes within the dark arts, they're just quick to crash out. They're the ones that will try to fight you at a moment's notice, irrespective of the consequences within their life. Women in the dark arts, they practice innuendo, gossip, reputation destruction, and manipulation. Shout out to Shannon Sharp. He's definitely getting that reputation destruction right now. But see, masculine men have more of an overt form of communication. So men generally know where they stand with other men, whereas with women, no, it's covert as hell. It's passive aggressive as hell. So a woman, this is why it's harder for women to make friends, is because a woman can be looking at another woman in the eye, smiling, and at the same time be taking a knife and stabbing her at the back. And then the woman that she's doing that to can be none the wiser unless she finds out from someone else. And because of that covert shit, that's why it's harder for women to have true friends, to have real friends, than it is for men. Because for men, we know where we stand with one another.
Warhammer 40,000. That is my jam.
What's your army at the moment?
Custodes.
Yeah. I'm going Necrons next year.
Necrons? Oh. Okay. All right. Cool.
Were you into...
Yes.
So I totally understand that your best friend from 2 years ago let you down or betrayed you or did something horrible to you and you rightfully should not be talking to her anymore, but men also do horrible backstabbing shit all the time. So what are we talking about here? Thinking that having baby girls costs more money and that girls are moody. Have you ever had a son before? Do you know how much sneakers cost? They want to keep up with trends too. They want to be seen as cool too. They have moods and highs and lows and ups and downs just like girls. You don't want to have a girl because growing up somebody made you feel like shit. Somebody made you feel like you're too much. You don't want to have a girl because you don't like yourself.
Isn't one of the major modern day arguments as to why men should pay on the first date, this is from Modern Women, by the way, is because how much money that it takes a woman to get dressed, to get ready. Don't y'all say that it's so much more expensive? Meanwhile, all the man has to do is just go get a haircut. Are we really going to argue who is making most of the consumer-based decisions within this country? Are we really going to argue now on who has more consumer debt? Who's spending more money on material? Hopefully not, but maybe the difference she means here is that girls versus women.
Hold it out. Let me see. Hold the dress up. What's the dress? You about to try that on? Let me see.
Oh.
What the fuck? 568. Oh no. I saw this red one. I saw this red one. 288. Kanaya. I like this one. Kanaya. Let me see. Hold it out. Let me see. Hold it long. Let me see. 438. Can't find nothing but cheaper. That back wall got it for 200 back there. You heard me? That back wall got for 200 back there.
A holiday party or a simply family meal and you believe that the men should chill and the women folks should do all the cooking and cleaning and tending for the children, that is internalized misogyny. They need to get up off their asses and bust some suds too. You are not a waitress, okay? This is your fucking house. The next thing is believing.
Again, accepting different roles is not an internal disdain for oneself. This is the crux of the feminist argument. They believe that if you want to be soft, feminine, if you want to do the cleaning while the man does the providing, the provisioning, the projecting, apparently that is misogyny. Like it's all misogyny. See, they only ride for women that believe in their own ideology, but they castigate women that like traditional roles. But let's proceed.
That the man is a leader. Studies have actually shown that women are better leaders than men. Look at how this society is going. Do you really think that they're great leaders? Okay. The next one, obsession with diet culture. We gotta be small in order to take up less space and be more attractive to men. I've heard of men with natural looking women cheat on them with women who are fully glammed up. I've heard of men with skinny women cheat with bigger women and vice versa. I've heard of men who are dating women who are fully established with amazing careers cheat on women who don't have amazing careers, who aren't necessarily fully established, and vice versa. The goalpost is always going to move, okay? Just live your life.
My obsession with diet culture is to try to get people to live longer. Now, if you got into your relationship and you were of normal BMI and then your ass slowly moved towards a monster body, a body unto which it looks like it's full of pillows and shit, well, then it's going to cause your significant other to lose attraction to you. Now, that person then cheating is another thing. Right? Because I don't say cheat. I just say just leave the relationship or gain enough value within yourself to let them know what it is. And if they're okay with that lifestyle, then they're okay. If they're not, then they can make a decision to then leave. But okay, now wanting to watch your waist is internalized misogyny, the ways that they go out their way to escape accountability.
Number 9, obsession with marriage and relationships. We've been told that that is the most important thing, which leads me to number 10. Marriage and relationships is not the most important thing that could ever happen to a woman, because for a lot of women, marriage is probably not going to happen for them. For a lot of women, they're not going to be able to have children, or they do not want to have children. There are so many things in life that are important, that are amazing, that are magical. Marriage and childhood are not the only things. Number 11.
Yeah, it's true. There's a lot more to life than marriage or children, but when you say it, Gan, it comes from a place of coping for what never happened, coping for what you've lost before, coping, finding any reason to pedestalize your more than likely single-ass existence. Life is about community. Life is about relationships, and there's no better relationship or community that you can form than those that were reproduced out of your own damn body. Now, I get some people may not have that goal, and that is their prerogative, but to say that it's not important, there's a lot of young women that are listening to what it is that you're saying, gonna hit the wall after they live out their roaring 20s, and then each and every night as they reach into their 40s and damn into their 50s, they cry themselves to sleep at night, hating that they were influenced by women like you. This woman must be related to Tracee Ellis Ross because they come from the same cope. The only difference is that Tracee Ellis Ross now admits that she's grieving the past which she never had. But let's finish up, Nana.
Is a bonus.
Okay.
It's something that we as creators do. If you're a creator like myself and you make content like mine, at some point you probably will or have made a video that is kind of like, I'm not angry and aggressive all the time. I actually like men. My content is not for the type of people who I would feel the need to make that kind of video for. If you see me as angry or aggressive, you're probably racist, you probably have a lot of internalized misogyny to unpack, or you're probably a man. My content is for none of those people. So why would I ever make a video saying, hey, just so you know, I'm okay. I'm one of the good feminists. I'm not angry. I'm actually a really nice, soft, sweet, and feminine person who loves men. The issues that I talk about are things that get women used, abused, killed, cheated on, hurt. These are very serious things that deserve my passion, aggression, and anger. Every now and then I'll do something funny in a video because that's just my personality, but my content is for the women and the small percentage of men who actually want to work to change things and bring awareness to the shit that's happening in this world, because this is the world that our sons, that our daughters, that our grandchildren, if you have kids, are going to grow up in. It's fucked up. So the best thing we can do right now is to start fixing the shit so that things can be different.
All right, Mima, we hear you. You don't hate men and you have a fantastic relationship with men, and all you're trying to do is just save the world. Look at these men who are running the country. Look at where we are now. Yeah, okay. These women love to wear their trauma like a badge of honor and utilize victim mentality in order to shame men because of the couple of bad ones that they laid on their back for and allowed them to go deep inside. The lesson: you gotta let this go, baby girl. It's gonna be a long road of bitterness into the future. But I would suggest that you deprioritize working on your TikToks and prioritize working on yourself. I actually think a conversation between me and her in live format would be very entertaining. I think it'd be very interesting. Nevertheless, guys, drop me your comments down below. What is it that you feel about the content that I presented in front of you here today? Do you agree with the things that I'm saying? Do you disagree? Let me know what you disagree with and leave it down in the comment box down below, because unlike her, I like to talk to people that don't agree with me, because I don't think that I have all of the answers to anything, and your critiques, your criticism helps me fortify my ideas so that I can instruct others to do better with the world around them. Last but not least, join my men's self-development community. Link to it down in the description box down below. We going absolutely up here in 2025. Click in, beam up, see the dope things that are in store, and I will see you guys soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.